За вікнами тепло, за вікнами зорі, як чисте джерело. Я тебе прошу, щоб там не було. Дочекайся мене о 12-й. Я тоді прийду на наше на місце, і я зберу слова, ніби намисто не діли на два. Я тобі все поясню на...
Привіт, YouTube, це дядько Momo, YouTube channel, де я розповідаю свої відвідувачі про нових музикантів. З гуртів світу, як відомих, так і маловідомих артистів. Я обіцяю вам, що новини пабліка, що ви не будете, трошки новини зовсім. Приєднуйтесь до мого каналу, де підписуйтесь, де ви керуєте разом зі мною темновижних артистів. Now my next reaction of today is The HARDKISS. Now I don't know if that's midnight, it's got 000, you know, the time, midnight. I have no idea. But there's a hell of a lot in the description page. I know I've been away a while, and I will talk about that later on. And I'll also talk about how Max Berskif, invited me over to his concert over in Clapton. Amazing night. Thank you very much for inviting me. Brilliant people. I put some uploads on my community page of the night as well. I did some recording as well, but I haven't uploaded it. But I'll do that later on. But yeah, thank you very much, Max, for doing that, for inviting me. Brilliant. And the managing team, thank you very much. I'm going to highlight the what's in the description page of The HARDKISS, because I've got to find out what the hell is going on. Okay, so the director, Mítya Borodin. Okay, so it's telling me who the cameraman is and everything else, blah, blah, blah. This is a dedication to the Ukrainian heroes, energy workers who keep our light. Okay, now I'm getting somewhere. So it goes last year on October the 10th, in the eve of the heating season, Russia began to carry out a massive missile attack on energy facilities of Ukraine crucial infrastructures. And we saw that on the news and everything else. According to the statistics of the Ministry of Energy of Ukraine and the DTEC, I believe, company, during the 19 months, the war and everything else, 367 energy workers have passed away. Wow. Performing their normal duties. And so when they're working, that's when they pass away. Not like outside or doing something. When they're at work. Yeah? Okay. And then 940 people were injured with the beginning of the new heating season. Understanding the challenges and dangers that energy workers have to face, we want to say thank you and thank you again. There was, I believe last year on the TV, on UK News, there was a concern about winter. And right back now, we're coming up to that winter again. And even though in the UK, we're not seeing snow, I'm sure that, you know, we're touching that kind of levels over in Eastern Europe. And it's a high amount of importance that warmth is a necessity. It seriously is. And some people can play on that structure and trying to break that down to create more like, you know, just to create more worse and downtrodden on people when there isn't no electricity or gas. Because the idea to the film, this story came last winter. There you go. Ukrainians were without electric. I remember it. There was a hell of a lot of people that was like burning stuff outside and inside to keep warm. I remember it. Many make movies about the military. We want to tell you about more heroes of our time. Energy workers filmed in the February in, I can't pronounce that, apologies. They filmed real people, employees of the local, of the, you know, the energy company. Those who can see in the people, 6 people are no longer alive. They died at work. Our story is about the loneliness and the bravery and the courage about energy. There is a hell of a lot of information. I'll tell you that right now. And what I want you guys to do, please, like I'm doing, you can highlight it, you can go into Google Translate, and you can translate it. It's as simple as that. People take the time to put information in the description page for us to read. And it's just, I don't know, just unthoughtful to not read the information that's put there for us to read. It's as simple as that. So please, go into the description page, highlight it, go into the Google Translate and translate it. Right, I've gone way over 4 minutes. Apologies for that. Let's go straight into my next reaction of today, shall we? So, without further ado, you know what we're here for. Great vocabs and a damn good video audio music. Can you dig it? So that's like your normal day, getting up early in the morning to go to work. Despite how or what's going on.
За вікнами тепло, за вікнами зорі, як чисте джерело. Я тебе прошу, щоб там не було. Дочекайся мене о 12-й. Я тоді прийду на наше на місце, і я зберу слова, ніби намистом не діли на два. Я тобі все поясню на пальцях. Я хочу бачити того, хто раз у раз зі скель пірнає, рятуй його від нього самого. Коли ми вдвох, він не зникає. Бо я тримаю.
That speaks volumes, man.
Бо я тримаю.
That speaks so much volume. Мітя. Yeah.
Ти дивний, але ти мене відчуваєш. І в час, коли ти знов зі скелі пірнаєш, знаєш все одно. Я боюся, але відпускаю.
I love those.
Я вгадую думки, як дивишся в очі, я обираю сни. Для тебе щоночі ти моє тепло, та я знову тебе зігріваю. Я хочу бачити того, хто раз у раз зі скель пірнає, рятуй його від нього самого. Коли ми вдвох, він не зникає. Бо я тримаю.
Is he one of the people that's passed away?
Бо я тримаю.
That shouldn't be an everyday life for a person. For any person. Yeah. You can feel it just coming right out. I like that tattoo. You know, and that's just a Tuesday. So that was the Kiss, or that is The Hard Kiss, and that is just absolutely mind-blowing, absolutely amazing portrait of a real life story that's happening to the employees, that keeps the energy alive and continuous in Ukraine, and it is absolutely a fitting tribute for what HARDKISS have done. And there's a number of artists over in Ukraine that thinks out of the box or thinks out of the normal structure of what's happening. Like, every majority of artists that I've have the pleasure of reacting to in this high volume circumstances, what they're facing right about now, is that it's the storyline or the music and how they feel if they think about that, the loved ones who's on the front line, and it's that constant feeling of how they are because they're at the front line. And then you've got the sprinkle of other artists that also have that passion for the front line, as well as so much passion and patriotism that they stop working and doing their music and they actually join the armed forces. But as outside that, you've got artists that think about the women that support the men, think about the teachers, think about what do we call them over the UK? It's like the hard services and the technical services. Yeah, I'm going to put it in the simplistic format. Hard services and the technical services, and the critical services. People look into that structure. So it's like, when you think that everything's covered in a music term to encourage that person that's in that field, there is always something that is unspoken about and sung about. And I'm glad that the HARDKISS is as Alonia actually done one a long time was that I've reacted to it. Thank you for sending me a message, Alonia. That was really nice. But I reacted to her one as well, and it was talking about the children, about showing the children love in this time, because they shouldn't need to be expressing or seeing what's happening, unfortunately, but we need to show them as much love as possible. And that air was caged from Alonia. So it's just nice to see that, when I'm reacting, there's always certain areas that these amazing artists are thinking about, and it's constantly of other people. It's like their structure is completely changed over the 3 years, from the topics of what they were singing about to what they're singing about now. And it's not about them in any kind of way. This is a singing of comfort, a singing of courage, a singing of bringing people together, a singing of I understand. I'm talking about as in the artist, singing of that, we're going through that same thing. All the artists in Ukraine have changed their structure. I have no idea how it's going to be coming out of it. Even when after this stops, and it has to stop and it will end. But after when it ends, I don't know how they're going to, it's still going to, I feel that it's still going to be in a structure of, we still can't think about ourselves. We still need to think about, about your country. And it's going to still be of songs of dispatch, or, which come together, which rebuild, which, of that, before even they think about their own structure and what they're going to be singing about. And what are they going to be singing about after? Food for thought. But I love the patriotism above all things, to show the world that, our heart still beats regardless. And there's going to be, that is shown around the world, especially, look, there's so much things happening around the world right about now. There really, really is. And the things that are suffering, what I see of the same schematics everywhere, it's always the civilians that are the ones that's getting hurt. It's the civilians that are always the ones that, there's more civilians dying now than there actually soldiers. That's why I say, this thing, weapons and everything else, should be a relic. We should band it all together. That's another different kind of story. But look, thank you, HARDKISS, for doing this. It is absolutely amazing. And thank you very much for allowing the world to see. I salute you. Boom.